We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones throwing on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the third highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll rifle it. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
It's fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Jones. Man open his board. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
33-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Jones got a man, Slayton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Jones now. Off the bootleg, rolling to his right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing. Graham
Gano out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd down.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
17.
Terry McLaurin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
55, okay, just like that.
Throwing, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
We got 3. Key 20. Check. Alert flare. Whip.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. 20.
Another
10,
day, another dollar,
and
baby.
all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Smith. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Back up, son! Back up!
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was brought down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
From the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10, Smith again. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 22.
Washington.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Going to give it to Love. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Jones throwing again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
We got three. 19 right.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
To J.D. McKissick. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
They'll run with Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Oh, yeah, you're still teaching me on these RPOs. Was that an RPO or was that a design quarterback run the whole way?
I think it was an RPO, and a lot of times we have to distinguish RPO, zone read, all those things that come with it. But to me, this was a play call from the coach that said, here it is.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Terry McLaurin. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now this time he'll look to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
28. Giants 21. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Run play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And 3.
From the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Justin Hopkins on for the extra point.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Jones now on 1st and 10. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back pop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Today, baby.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Giants.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Driscoll's going to look to run with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now Smith. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Board. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith, his throw caught, at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Today's finals, Washington.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record.